What happens to your body when you eat unripe plantain? Unripe plantains are a type of fruit that comes from the plant Musa paradisiaca, which is also the same plant that produces bananas. Plantains are commonly found in tropical regions and are a staple food in many parts of Africa, Central America, the Caribbean, and parts of Asia. Unripe plantains are usually green or greenish-yellow in color, and they have a starchy and firm texture compared to their ripe counterparts. They are commonly used in cooking and can be prepared in various ways. Here are a few common ways unripe plantains are used. Fried plantains. Unripe plantains are often sliced and fried to make a popular snack or side dish. They can be sliced thin and fried until crispy, resulting in plantain chips, or they can be sliced thicker and fried to make a dish known as tostines or patacons. Boiled plantains. Unripe plantains can be peeled, cut into chunks, and boiled until they are soft. They can be served as a starchy side dish, similar to boiled potatoes. Plantain porridge. Plantains can also be used in porridge or soup-like dishes. They are sometimes combined with other ingredients like vegetables, meat, or fish to create hearty meals. Plantain fufu. In some African countries, unripe plantains are pounded into a starchy dough-like consistency called fufu. Fufu is often served as a side dish with soups or stews. Plantain stews. Unripe plantains can be added to stews and curries, absorbing the flavors of the sauce while providing a hearty texture. Plantain chips. Thinly sliced unripe plantains can be deep-fried to make crispy plantain chips, which are a popular snack. Plantain dumplings. In certain cuisines, unripe plantains are used to make dumplings. The plantains are grated or mashed and then combined with other ingredients to form dumplings that are either boiled or steamed. Plantain tacos. Unripe plantains can be sliced, lightly fried, and used as a taco shell alternative, especially in recipes that cater to dietary restrictions or preferences. Unripe plantains are often considered a good source of complex carbohydrates, dietary fiber, vitamins, such as vitamin C and vitamin A, and minerals, such as potassium. They have a slightly different flavor and texture compared to ripe, sweet bananas and can be used in a wide variety of savory dishes across different cuisines. Here are a few more points about unripe plantains. Plantain mash. Similar to mashed potatoes, unripe plantains can be boiled and mashed to create a creamy and flavorful side dish. Some recipes call for adding butter, herbs, or spices to enhance the taste. Plantain pancakes. Mashed or blended unripe plantains can be incorporated into pancake batter to make unique and nutritious plantain pancakes. Plantain wraps. Unripe plantains can be sliced thinly, then used as wraps for various fillings like meats, vegetables, or spreads, offering a gluten-free alternative to tortillas or bread. Plantain soups. Unripe plantains can be added to soups and stews to thicken the consistency and provide a hearty base. They can be particularly common in traditional African soups. Plantain croquettes. Mashed unripe plantains can be combined with other ingredients, such as cheese, herbs, or vegetables, and formed into croquettes that are then fried until crispy. Plantain pudding. Unripe plantains can be used to make savory or sweet puddings, depending on the flavorings and ingredients used. Sweet plantain puddings might involve coconut milk and sweeteners, while savory versions could include spices and vegetables. Plantain slices in gravy. Slices of unripe plantains can be simmered in flavorful gravies or sauces, absorbing the tastes of the dish and becoming tender in the process. When working with unripe plantains, keep in mind that their flavor and texture are quite different from ripe bananas. They are starchy and less sweet, which makes them a versatile ingredient for both savory and slightly sweet dishes. It's common to peel unripe plantains using a knife, as the peel can be more challenging to remove than that of ripe bananas. Depending on the recipe, you might need to boil, fry, bake, steam, or blend the plantains to achieve the desired consistency and flavor. Unripe plantains offer a nutritious and delicious way to diversify your meals, providing a unique taste and texture to various culinary creations. More ideas for using unripe plantains in your cooking. Plantain stir-fry. Slice unripe plantains and stir-fry them with a medley of vegetables and your choice of protein. You can season the stir-fry with spices, herbs, and sauces for a flavorful one-pan dish. Plantain toppings. Top unripe plantain slices with savory toppings like beans, cheese, salsa, or guacamole to create plantain-based appetizers or snacks. Plantain burgers. Create plantain-based burger patties by mashing unripe plantains and mixing them with spices, breadcrumbs, and other ingredients. These patties can be baked or pan-fried and served as an alternative to meat burgers. Plantain curry. Add unripe plantains to a rich and aromatic curry sauce, along with vegetables and protein of your choice, for a hearty and satisfying meal. Plantain and egg breakfast. Incorporate sliced or diced unripe plantains into your breakfast routine by cooking them alongside scrambled eggs or making a breakfast hash. Plantain smoothies. While less common, you can experiment with adding small amounts of unripe plantain to smoothies for added thickness and nutrition. Blend them with fruits, vegetables, and liquid of your choice. Plantain casseroles. Layer sliced unripe plantains with other ingredients like ground meat, cheese, vegetables, and sauces to create a flavorful casserole dish. Plantain fries. Cut unripe plantains into thin strips and bake or fry them to make plantain fries. These can be served as a side dish or snack. Plantain stuffing. Use unripe plantains as a base for stuffing in dishes like stuffed peppers or stuffed chicken breasts. Mix them with other ingredients like rice, meat, vegetables, and seasonings. Plantain desserts. While unripe plantains are less sweet than ripe bananas, they can still be used to create unique desserts. Incorporate them into puddings, cakes, or pastries with complementary flavors. Remember that the level of ripeness of the plantains will affect the final texture and taste of your dishes. Unripe plantains are more starchy and less sweet, so they work well in savory applications. As they ripen, they become sweeter and softer, which is better suited for sweet dishes. Experimenting with unripe plantains can lead to exciting culinary discoveries and a broader range of flavors and textures in your meals. Don't hesitate to get creative and adapt traditional recipes to include this versatile ingredient. Here are a few more creative ways to use unripe plantains in your cooking adventures. Plantain sushi rolls. Swap out the traditional rice in sushi rolls with thinly sliced, lightly fried unripe plantains to create a unique and gluten-free sushi alternative. Plantain empanadas. Use mashed unripe plantains to create the dough for empanadas. Fill them with various savory fillings and then bake or fry for a delicious handheld treat. Plantain omelette. Add sliced unripe plantains to your omelets for an interesting twist. They can provide a subtle sweetness and texture contrast to the eggs. Plantain skewers. Thread chunks of unripe plantains onto skewers along with vegetables and protein. Grill or roast them for flavorful and visually appealing kebabs. Plantain tamales. Incorporate mashed unripe plantains into tamale dough for a unique take on this traditional dish. Fill with savory fillings and steam until cooked. Plantain flatbreads. Blend unripe plantains into a batter and use it to make gluten-free flatbreads or crepes. These can be used as wraps or served with various toppings. Plantain pizza crust. Create a plantain-based pizza crust by blending unripe plantains with other ingredients like eggs and spices. Top with your favorite pizza toppings for a different kind of pizza experience. Plantain granola bars. Mix mashed unripe plantains with oats, nuts, seeds, and sweeteners to create homemade granola bars that are both nutritious and filling. Plantain guacamole. Mash unripe plantains and mix them with avocado, lime juice, and spices to create a unique twist on classic guacamole. Plantain salsa. Dice unripe plantains and combine them with tomatoes, onions, peppers, and herbs to make a refreshing and slightly tangy salsa. Plantain ice cream. While less common, you can experiment with using unripe plantains to make dairy-free or low-sugar ice cream. Blend frozen plantains with other ingredients for a creamy treat. Plantain breakfast muffins. Incorporate diced unripe plantains into breakfast muffins for added texture and a hint of sweetness. Consider combining them with nuts, seeds, and spices. Remember that unripe plantains are quite versatile and can be used as a substitute for other starches in various recipes. Their neutral flavor makes them adaptable to both savory and slightly sweet dishes. As you experiment with these ideas, feel free to adjust seasonings and ingredients according to your taste preferences. Whether you're following a specific dietary plan or simply looking to expand your culinary repertoire, unripe plantains offer a world of possibilities in the kitchen. Let's keep the creative cooking ideas with unripe plantains going. Plantain breakfast hash. Dice unripe plantains and sauté them with other breakfast favorites like bacon, onions, and bell peppers to create a hearty and flavorful hash. Plantain dumpling soup. Drop spoonfuls of plantain-based dumpling dough into a simmering soup or stew to create dumplings with a unique twist. Plantain energy bites. Blend unripe plantains with nuts, dates, and spices, then roll the mixture into energy bite-sized balls for a nutritious and portable snack. Plantain popsicles. Puree unripe plantains with other fruits and a touch of sweetener, then freeze the mixture in popsicle molds for a refreshing and healthy frozen treat. Plantain tacos al pastor. Marinate sliced unripe plantains in a flavorful al pastor marinade, then grill or sauté them and use them as a filling for tacos. Plantain flatbread pizza. Spread a thin layer of mashed unripe plantains onto a flatbread as a unique pizza base. Top with sauce, cheese, and toppings before baking. Plantain breakfast casserole. Layer sliced unripe plantains with eggs, vegetables, cheese, and seasonings in a baking dish, then bake until the eggs are set. Plantain veggie burgers. Blend unripe plantains with beans, vegetables, and spices to create homemade veggie burgers with a plantain twist. Plantain rice. Grate unripe plantains to create a rice-like texture. Sauté the grated plantains with aromatics to make a flavorful and gluten-free rice alternative. Plantain coleslaw. Add thin strips of unripe plantains to coleslaw for an unexpected crunch and flavor enhancement. Plantain breakfast burritos. Fill tortillas with scrambled eggs, diced unripe plantains, black beans, cheese, and salsa for a hearty breakfast burrito. Plantain quiche. Line a pie crust with sliced unripe plantains and then pour a quiche mixture over them. Bake until the quiche is set and the plantains are tender. Plantain curry pockets. Encase a flavorful plantain curry filling in pastry dough to create handheld curry pockets or turnovers. Remember that cooking with unripe plantains offers the opportunity to explore diverse cuisines and experiment with unexpected flavor combinations. Don't hesitate to mix and match these ideas, and feel free to put your own twist on each recipe. Happy cooking!